package reason I'm not flying very hard. I got a, I don't know, 25 gallon water in the back. But we're going on a little trip to clean one of my great grandfather's tombstones at the Morgan Cemetery. His name was Jesse Justice. I don't know a whole lot about him. I do know that he supposedly had 21 children. Now, I don't know how many lived or how many didn't, but that's what we've been told. He had 21 children by 3 different wives. And it's January 5th, 2022. It's about 52, 55 degrees. It's a little bit windy, a little bit cool, but it ain't bad. So I'll have to see about getting me a little dash-mounted camera holder, because I'm holding it with my hands. Good thing this ain't a standard, or it'll be awful tricky. Now we're on Laurel Road. Don't pay no attention to that crack. I gotta get that fixed. I just laid off. I don't drive this truck a whole lot, maybe once a week. Every week and a half, so I'm just not full with it. I'm trying to figure out a way to hold gens better. Been landing off to get a head-mounted camera. I'll show you a pretty little farm here. Somebody in the middle of the road for some reason. cemetery. About 12 minutes. There is our stone in the middle of the screen. I'll take you up here and show you the stone. Excuse me. It looks like somebody may have done a little bit to it already. And I may have done some of it. I don't remember. I've been over in times, but I just wanted to get it readable. So I'll give you a rundown. Let's look at the back of it. I don't know if there's anything written on the back. I've never looked. But I'll give you a little rundown of my tools. Now, this is really the first time I've done much of this, but we're going to try it. I have a cousin of mine, Glenn Webb, had done this in the past, and he had different methods he tried, but this is a razor scraper. He suggested to do that, and of course that's a wire brush. This is some steel wool I found in my shop. That is a dog brush, just because that was the handiest thing I found. And I guess if we get real abrasive, I'm going to try and see what that will do. I bought this just for that purpose, this cordless angle grinder. If it makes quick work of it, there's a lot of stones that could be done in my family, so we'll get set up and get started here. That was full, and I didn't lose a whole lot of water, but have you a bucket and some water, you can have it in cans or however you'd want to do that. While it's pretty, I want to do a quick work of it. I want to first do some scraping and see. Now I also want to try some wire brushing and see what this does on the lettering. And I'm just trying. This is kind of a first time for me. I think that would be best later. Now I do want to try this thing, hopefully. I like what that's doing. If you can look and see that brush, I'm going to get another battery. This battery is dead, or going dead, I believe. We'll find out if this cobalt is good or not good. This is, oh yeah, it was the battery. I will say this, just for my own analogies, if it was a lot less lettering, I mean, if the letter, I would do a less abrasive way of doing it. This lettering is in real good shape. It just scummed up and scum covered up. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the other side where the wind is blowing the dust out of my face. So that'll be kind of backwards for me left-handed. So you can already see a big difference in this stone. And I'm going to put a little water on it and see just kind of what it does. I like it. And I'm going to continue here. I'm going to not let my battery run down. Here we go. I just wanted to jump back on here and show you kind of what I've done. I've been at it probably 30 to 30 minutes. Now this front I done with that grinder you've seen, but you'd have to do multiples to get it pearly white, and it's all on what the end result you want. I may come back and go over it again another day, but I want it readable. That's it. Me that does genealogy wants to be able to read it. I'm not about fancy or looks. I want it to be a utilitarian stone. Now, if some of the family that I'm related to sees this and they want it done more, we will do it. But I just want to show you a little comparison. Remember, I scraped it with the razor blade scraper, wire brushed it, then I took the drill wire brush. I would like to experiment with some different wire brushes on the angle grinder. I said drill, but angle grinder is what I meant. Now you see the front. Now the side has been scraped and lightly went over with a wire brush. Also the top and also the back. So you can see the difference. And I didn't put a lot of super elbow grease, but where I live here local, you know, I can keep an eye on this and see, you know, how it progresses. If it, you know, the rain, the snow might make it even, now that the scum is off of it, might even help clean it some more. I don't know. But we could always do more. We just don't want to do too much. And what I mean by that is we don't want to wear it down that you can't see the letters. Now this stone I'm blessed with. It's got really good deep lettering and really good deep indentions. I don't know exactly the best way to get the indentions. I would think probably a battery powered Dremel tool would probably be, with a wire brush, would be probably the best. If you want, but see, it's very readable, and I wanted to get it to be readable. And I'll show you one over here that I'm talking about. That, you know, we're getting to the point. These are, see, Jesse Justice is related to me. I have, you know, I feel some obligation to do that stone. Now this is Cleve Potter, and if you can, you know, you get down there and do a rubbing on it, you can see it. But there's no reason that you can't do that, that you can't get that cleaned up. There's a lot of white showing there. It's just some kind of scum. I'll do some more analogy or investigation to see what it is. And I'm gonna come over here, and there's one here. See, we don't even know who that is, but it's a military stone, just the same. This is a very beautiful cemetery. My family, Laurel Road, my family lived close, the Justice side of the family lived closer here than to where, you know, I live on Hog Branch. And what they done years ago, right over there, this house, if you go back on this ridge, that was the Laurel Ridge. They hit that ridge, and you could go all the way from here to North Fork. And what they done, they traveled these ridge roads more than they traveled these lower roads. One reason, it was stayed drier quicker when it was, you know, it was just mud and dirt. So that's one reason they traveled the ridges. And the way the crow flies from our farm to where the Justices live, probably, it's not even a mile. Probably about a mile at the most. I've not walked it, or I could Google map it and see, but now anyway, I have, you know, I didn't ask permission to do this, and maybe I should have, but you know, this is my great-great-grandfather, and I felt some obligation to do it. I don't know exactly who the person would have been to contact. Lewis Wayne Justice was a cousin that I knew very well, and he was pretty easygoing and knew my interests, and his son David, I would hope, would think the same way. But like I said earlier, he's got 21 children, so somebody might disagree. So if you take a notion to go do this kind of work, you know, you might want to get some permission, you know, from family members. But I just kind of took it upon myself to do that. Now you can see the difference there where I didn't hit it as hard, and I'll probably come back. Basically what happened is my batteries was all shot. And when I mean shot, they was run down. So you have to make sure you got plenty of batteries when you do this, and might have to do it in shifts. So it kind of looks bad there at the bottom, but I really like the way it turned out, and I'm really eager to see what, you know, give it let it dry and let it see what it comes. You know, I'll say this: if you've ever been in a cemetery or ever mowed a cemetery, you know, you can't help it but get grass blowed on it. See, there's grass there, probably some cedar needles and pines or whatever, but you can't help to get, and after a while dirt gets there and it collects, and it just, what's sad is I'm 42 years old, and these cemeteries in the younger generation, I hope and pray will be took care of in somebody else. And I'm just looking at these stones and showing you that, you know, they could be cleaned up, but I still don't want to go in there and overstep my bounds. And another thing, if you went and done every ancestor's tombstone that you had, you'd have a full-time job. But I seem like I'm rambling, but I'll try not to. But I believe in every generation there's somebody that's interested in genealogy. Seems like there's always somebody that has a zeal for it, if you will. And I've always had that and still do. And hope to continue to be able to do that. So I might even try to attempt some more on this stone, and I'll try to bring you along when I do, and see what, if I had the headset cell phone holder, I think I could really do you a good job of videoing, and you can see what I see as we do it. If you're and another thing I'll say, if you are in a cemetery doing this kind of work that is a public cemetery, and what I mean by that, like Elliott County Memory Gardens, East Carter Memory Gardens, I would definitely ask permission to see what you can and cannot do. But I just seen a need, and I wanted to see that stone be a little bit more legible. Because here's the thing about it, that builds up and time lapses. People don't believe it, but time flies. You know, I know we have 24 hours in a day, but the older you get, the more that it goes faster, it seems like. So I wanted to come over here while I had a little chance and had it on my heart to do this. And be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell that you'll be notified when I upload videos. And we hope you share this with your genealogy pages, or however you can share it for me. We hit over 200 subscribers, and we're looking for 1,000. We're hoping, but it'll be what it'll be. I'm not striving. I do ask you to do that, but you know, if I don't get 1,000, I don't get it. I'm just doing what I want to do and sharing what I want to share, whether it be preaching, gospel music, cemetery, stone cleaning, or you know, what have you. Docu-series on Bob Nichols' killing. So if you want to jump along, we hope you would like it. Also, we'll try to get a little farm stuff here or there, cattle, and maybe there's not much going on except putting out hay for the cows, and hopefully we can get that a little bit better. But again, we hope you all have a blessed day, and thank you for watching. God bless.